Max, Lily, and Sam were the bravest friends on their street.
Max loved solving mysteries.
He always carried his trusty magnifying glass.
Lily was super curious and a fast runner.
Sam?
He was the tech whiz.
Give him any gadget, he could fix it, probably.
Summer vacation was boring.
So the friends decided to explore the creepy old house next door.
It had been empty for years.
Dust bunnies the size of sheepdogs roamed free inside.
Cobwebs? More like cob hammocks for giant spiders.
They hoped those weren't real giant spiders.
The attic was the creepiest.
It was dark and smelled like mothballs. Furniture was piled everywhere, covered in dusty sheets.
In the middle of the room sat a giant grandfather clock.
It was taller than Max, and he was the tallest of the three friends.
Whoa, Sam whispered. That clock looks ancient.
Lily, ever the daredevil, stepped forward.
Let's see if it works. She reached out and touched the clock's face.
Suddenly, the air crackled with energy. The clock's hands spun wildly. The friends were bathed in a blinding light.
When the light faded, they looked around. They weren't in the attic anymore.
What just happened? Max stammered, clutching his magnifying glass.
The attic was gone. They were standing on a hill overlooking a city that seemed to shimmer in the sunlight. But the buildings were unlike any they'd ever seen. They were made of strange, glowing stones.
Did we travel through time? Lily's eyes were wide with a mix of fear and excitement.
Sam checked his phone. No signal. And my battery just drained. Weird.
The air shimmered with heat. Strange plants, unlike anything in their world, grew along the path. Giant insects buzzed around their heads. They were definitely not in Kansas anymore, or the 21st century for that matter.
This place is...
Bizarre, Lily offered.
Totally bonkers. Sam finished.
They decided to head toward the city. They figured that's where they'd find some answers. Or at least some people. Hopefully people who wouldn't mistake them for weird-looking snacks.
As they walked, they noticed strange symbols carved into the stones along the path. They looked ancient and important.
Maybe these are clues, Max said, pulling out his magnifying glass to get a better look. If we can figure out this place, we can figure out how to get home.
The city was even weirder up close. The buildings seemed to hum with energy. People, dressed in clothes that looked like something out of a history book, walked by. They gave the three friends strange looks.
Okay, rule number 1, Sam whispered. Don't draw attention to ourselves.
Easier said than done, they soon discovered. It seemed like everywhere they went, they stumbled across some sort of ancient puzzle or riddle.
1 minute, they were trying to decipher symbols carved into a giant sundial. The next, they were trying to figure out how to open a door that had no handle.
I hate history homework. Sam groaned as they puzzled over yet another cryptic inscription.
This isn't homework, Sam, Lily pointed out. This is real life.
Puzzles and riddles weren't our only problems.
Yeah, we soon discovered that this world wasn't just full of strange people and glowing buildings.
It was also home to some very strange and very dangerous creatures.
We had a run-in with a pack of small, furry creatures that looked like a cross between a squirrel and a velociraptor.
Only these squirrelosaurs had sharp teeth and a taste for shoelaces.
And then there was the giant, slimy, slug-like thing we encountered in the marketplace.
It left a trail of green goo that smelled like rotten eggs.
Remind me to never order the escargot in this place.
Yeah, definitely holding my nose on that one.
Seriously, what kind of place have we stumbled into?
One that keeps us on our toes for sure.
And our shoelaces tied tight.
No kidding.
Let's just hope there aren't any more surprises waiting for us.
Agreed, onward but cautiously.
Always, Maya, always.
Let's move out.
Right behind you.
Here we go again.
Section 6. Teamwork to the rescue, maybe. It wasn't all bad. They learned that even in a strange and confusing world, teamwork was key. Max, with his sharp eye for detail, was great at spotting clues. Lily, fearless and fast, could distract even the most ferocious squirrelosaur. And Sam, with his tech skills, could usually figure out a way to use whatever they found around them to solve a puzzle or escape a sticky situation.
Okay, Sam. Think you can rig something up to get us across this chasm?
Give me a minute. I'm a tech whiz, not a miracle worker.
Section 7. Time flies when you're about to be stuck forever. But even with their combined skills, they were no closer to finding a way home, and they were starting to run out of time. Literally, they noticed that the strange symbols they'd seen were like a countdown clock, and the countdown was almost at 0.
What happens when it reaches 0?
I don't know, but I don't think we want to be here to find out.
Section 8. Key found, but will it work? They finally found the key to getting home in the last place they looked. A hidden chamber beneath the city. It was a small pyramid-shaped object that hummed with the same energy as the city. They knew instinctively that this was their ticket back to their own time. But getting to the key had cost them. They'd had to outrun guards, dodge energy blasts from some kind of ancient security system, and even face down a giant talking beetle with an attitude problem. Now they were trapped in the chamber with the countdown clock almost at 0.
Will this thing even work?
Only one way to find out.
They laughed, the sound echoing in the silent attic. They were home, and that's all that mattered, and I think I have enough material for a lifetime of nightmares. Agreed. But hey, at least we have a story to tell. No more time travel for a while, I need a break. Section 9, home sweet home, and no more time travel for now. The world dissolved in a blinding flash of light. When they could see again, they were back in the dusty attic. The grandfather clock was ticking peacefully. It was like nothing had changed, except it had. They had faced their fears, solved ancient puzzles, and battled bizarre creatures. They were back, but they weren't the same. They'd brought back a newfound respect for history, and maybe a healthy fear of creepy old clocks.